Moms are hardcore.
Hello and welcome to Moms of Flavor Town.
Diddly, 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 doo.
I am Rachel.
I am Debbie.
And are you watching us on YouTube? Because we're on YouTube with edited video now.
Woo, you could see me squirm on my bed.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't mean to be so.
Oh my God.
Creepy. No, I am. I cannot sit still for the life of me.
And we definitely both have like very like us art behind us on the on our walls. You know, you could see what we but we're not like optimized for YouTube. We don't have like so many podcasts. You see their clips. They have like, you know, like the ring light and the fancy HD TV. We just put the Zoom video and then my husband edits it like a little bit. Yeah. And also, if you want a podcast jingle or a podcast edited, my husband will do it for you for a very low fee. But not too low, but very low. Lower than market rate, but you know, pay him some money. Okay, so Debbie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. You know, it's living in a world in 2026.
I know, it's totally crazy. I'm fine. I'm supposed to do jury duty this week, but I called.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, I called in. So my juror number is like 450, and I had to call in on Friday. You know, they just say like call in. Will tell you if you have to report.
Yeah,
and they only had people through like 0 to 150 report today. So my number's pretty high. So maybe they'll just fill all the juries, and they won't even need me.
You know what you can do if you. So what I did last time was be like, I am the primary pickup person for my kids.
Yeah.
And like I can't.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to, till I get there, I'm going to like, you know, like just kind of tell them the truth, I feel like. Yeah. Which is like, I mean,
But you are. I mean, like you're, well, yeah.
Yeah. But I was going to tell them, what I was going to tell them, which I meant is the truth, is like, just be like, I will not send anyone to jail. Yeah. I'm not going to do that. I do not believe in that. And also, I do not like the police. Sorry to any cops who are listening.
Yeah. Or relatives of cops.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, no, I that's how I used to want to be on jury duty so bad, but I was always very honest. So I would never get selected. And then this most recent time I was like, fuck, I like literally cannot do this.
Yeah. So last time I went, which was, you know, I guess I was actually, no, I know it was almost exactly 10 years ago because of the story I'm going to tell, is that I was like 2 months sober when I went. And I was like not okay emotionally. I was like a total mess. So when I got called into like the room with the attorneys or whatever, I said, they were like, if there's any reason that like you can't serve, like raise your hand and let us know. And I raised my hand and they like took me outside to talk to me. And I was like, 60 days sober and I can't emotionally handle it. And they were like, okay, just leave. And that was true. You know, I was like I wasn't trying to lie to get out of it. It's like, I don't want to lie to get out of it.
Right.
Because I don't feel like that's like right. But also I can't. You're right. Like you said, I can't. I can't do it right now.
You know, I think about it the same way I think about like organizing, which this is like an extremely privileged way to go about it. But I was saying to somebody the other day, I was like, I would love to organize more often and be more active in organizing for, you know, a ton of different things that I support. But the reality is like, we have kids in 2026. Like, we have no time to like do anything. We're already burnt out from work shit. We're already burnt out from like, you know,
from the podcast. Stuff. Can you believe that we have to do this podcast on top of everything else?
God. Oh my God. But no, like, you know, it's just that this is for the single rich people. Like they can do that stuff while And then we'll join later on when we have more time.
Yeah, I would love to do it. And I like get why people do it. Cause like in theory, I would love to do it because I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, like I'm gonna help with the whole system and I'm
Right.
going to be, I would like if had jury duty, I would want to be on my own jury, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's my update. Let's get into some Flavor Down news.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing is Debbie wants to make a apology.
Yes. Okay. So I incorrectly thought that it was Nini on this week's episode of Top Chef. I saw a gorgeous Asian woman with cool glasses and flowy hair, and I was like, "Oh, Nini, obviously." And well, John was the one who said it first. I'm gonna blame John because he
Okay.
knows I have face blindness.
Yeah.
So.
And also, it's like, like, okay, nice microaggression, Debbie. I didn't correct you because I didn't really see Nini in the preview, but when you said it, it was just like so obvious. Like, of course they'd have Nini on an episode,
Right?
And that it's okay. That I'm gonna excuse you, even
Thank
though
you.
it's not mine to give. Sorry, but there was. The previews are so quick. There's so many clips,
Yes.
and they always have cast members on.
Right.
And like the other day, speaking of your face blindness, I saw a preview of Perfect Match, and I was like, I can't believe they have Rachel Recchia from The Bachelorette back on Perfect Match in the preview. And then in the actual show, it was clearly not her. It was some other blonde influencer lady.
Right.
But I just think like when you see a show and you associate someone with that show, sometimes you see their face on the show. So
yeah. I was willing it into existence. Nini was on TV this week, though. She was on the Today Show to talk about AAPI month.
Okay, great. Yeah. I get her newsletter, but I don't always read it. And I saw she was on the Today Show, but I did not.
Well, yeah, I saw she was in New York, and I was like, "Oh my God, what are you in New York for?" And she was like, "The Today Show." But the funny thing was, she also like hung out with some of her New Orleans friends in New York. I was like, "Dang." Like,
I know.
Keep those New Orleans people at New.
I always get so jealous when I see people in New York, like, and I'm like, why didn't I see them? But like, it's a huge city. People come here all the time. It's not like I feel like that's the problem because like I get this not just about celebrities, obviously, but also like my friends. They come to visit and I see they like post pictures of being in New York, and I'm like, they didn't call me. Right. And I just remember like if I was like living in like a small town and they came there, it'd be weird for them not to call me. But in New York, everyone knows like 100 people, and you can't see everyone every time. So,
and I also am guilty of the thing where I just like post on Instagram or something and I'll be like, come meet me at this thing. And then like I just, and
then I'm like and I'm like, Debbie was in New York and didn't tell me.
It's more like Debbie has a babysitter for the night.
I know. But yeah, so I get it. So but Nini, why didn't you call us?
Oh my God. So rude. No, we love you, Nini.
Yes, we do. And we would totally love to hang out with you sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing that Debbie wanted to say for Flavortown News is an article she sent me about the rise and fall of prestige food TV.
Okay. So I just want to first say that I'm loving this. There's like this new spate of food journalism, worker owned, non-worker owned, whatever. There's just like a lot more food media right now. I want to give a shout out to the Ravenous ladies and gentlemen and they thems because they're really awesome, and I'm really excited for like they're all writers that I love dearly. But anyway, all this to say, there's a new newsletter called Keeper Media, and they wrote this article about how prestige food TV is like no longer. And I just want to say, I don't really think so. Like, what do you think?
I mean, I didn't read the whole thing, but like I get what I scanned it. Sorry about that.
No,
but, like,
me too.
I do get it, and I do understand. It's like, remember we have Chris Scott on the podcast, and he was talking about how like no one wants to see cooking anymore. They just want to see me, riding a tricycle. And
Yeah.
like I get that, I see that, but I also think there's a lot of prestige food TV right now, even if it's like gimmicky. I
Yeah.
think that like TOC, it might be gimmicky, but I say it's very prestige.
Yeah. 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 And like, I mean, the first example they gave was Kitchen Confidential, which I don't find like it was prestige in its subject matter and like, but like it was filmed to be like just like a guy on the street, and they have like,
Yeah.
you know, like cheesy guitar licks and stuff like that. It's not like it was meant to be this hoity-toity thing.
I mean, and I feel like, I mean, maybe I'm just being a little bit or maybe I'm like just because like I'm like fetishizing Korean culture or whatever, but I feel
Yeah.
like that like culinary class wars to me seems very prestige.
Oh, I
But
love that.
again, it might just be like things that like I don't know very well. I like, like think of was more prestige or something.
Yeah.
But also I think that a little bit I think it's a little bit of the millennial problem we all have, which every generation has, of
Hmm.
like when I was younger, things meant more.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like we don't have anything since Anthony Bourdain,
Right. Right.
so but I mean, I also just like the idea though of like thinking about food TV as like, is it prestige? Because I feel like that it kind of like has been always just been like, well, that's whatever. Like I feel like the
Hmm.
people don't really think about a lot of people don't think about it in like the same way as they think about like scripted TV or something.
Yeah. I mean, you don't find there's no like food TV awards or anything like that.
Yes, there is. Jet Tilo won an Emmy.
Well, oh no, I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like there,
Oh,
there's
okay.
there's a there's specific awards, but there's not. It's not like you watch an Emmy show, and it's kind of more about like the scripted stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's more award categories for
Yeah. I
you
guess
know
food TV goes into like the documentary category with every other thing that's documentary TV or whatever.
Right. And like
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like a documentary on like the war in Iran is not going to be the same as TOC, like that's not like it's just a very weird I mean, award shows are bullshit. I actually just I love Las Culturistas awards are coming up, and I'm so excited because they kind of like understand the whole like award show slash like PR bullshit of like, and some of these awards like uh today they did the like the classiest way to say boobs award, like it was just like very silly. I appreciate those guys.
Yeah, because
Um
you know how the history of award shows is goes back to union busting,
yep.
which
Yep.
is so, we don't like that. And also, can I just say we stand with the strikers of the LIRR?
Yes. Yes. Oh, strike away. Like, oh, you want to hear the funniest fucking thing? Did you see there was some like uh guy in Congress today that was like complaining that probably about the LIR thing, but I just saw the quote was basically like, "Oh, we're only getting paid 140,000 a year for 140 days of working. Like people should be
That
more
was
thankful."
So that was a satire account that went
Damn.
really viral. I know. I saw that too. But the thing is, it's so believable because of
Yeah.
these ghouls. So that's
Right.
the problem,
Yeah.
is that the Congress made that satire account too believable.
Yeah.
But I did see that. It's like a fake Congress account that like posts things that sound very real, like a
Yeah.
Twitter account. I mean, great idea. And it has the worst part is it has like the bot Twitter check mark,
Right.
which is
Like
also
that's
funny. Yeah.
yeah, that just totally fucks me up now
Yeah.
still.
No, but the sentiment is true. But did you see? Then we'll talk about Top Chef. But did you see Kathy Hochul's all her stuff she's saying about the LIRR?
No, I haven't been. She sucks.
Oh my! It was the stuff she posted was so terrible, and it's like as a politician, you are supposed to like at least pretend you care about unionized workers that run your fucking railroad. Like
Right.
it's not like these are some like I mean, it's not like that these are some, non-binary baristas striking or something. And I would
Right.
support that too. But it's
Yes.
like railroad strike is a very serious strike, and she was such a ghoul about it. She was like,
Of course she
I
was.
stand with LIRR riders who are so inconvenienced by this
Oh
strike,
my.
and like these people should get them to work. It was like so bad. Like not even any posturing, like she cared at all
Yeah.
about the other people. So
I honestly thought that she would have been. I mean, the fact that it's LIRR and not any New York City stuff. I know that they're also striking soon, but because she hates New York City so fucking much.
yeah.
At least how she shows things. But um,
Well, she also said it's Trump's fault, which like I see in some ways how that's possible, but it's not the point.
no,
Like she's doing that whole
Orange
like
Man bad.
yeah, neoliberal thing of like,
Yeah,
well, if you think this is bad, you should not blame the MTA. You should blame Trump. And it's like, well, the MTA should just negotiate the contract. So
right, right, exactly.
Oh, I saw a great Kate Willett tweet
Uh,
just before I got on where she was like, if you're mad at how much money unionized workers make, here's an idea. Start a union and you can make that much money. Because there are people like that being like, these people make so much money and they're striking. And it's like, yeah, because they protect themselves with their unions. So
yes,
good for them.
go unions.
Okay, so should we talk about the union of Tom and Gail and Kristen? Unionized against the contestants.
Let's fucking do it.
Okay, so Top Chef episode 11 Down the Rabbit Hole. Okay, quick question.
Uh
Do you like to eat rabbit?
huh. I do. Do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting like really sad lately. I don't want to bum everybody out, but I saw this video about an octopus dreaming, and it yeah.
Well, you know that I won't eat
Yeah,
octopus.
yeah. I mean,
And
I won't eat
yeah.
octopus either, but like it just like every time I see things like that, like it just makes me wanna. I'm like, I'm sure there's rabbits out there who can like solve algebraic equations, and we're just eating them for fun.
I know. Well, but the thing is, we're not eating them for fun necessarily. But okay, but but I saw the movie Sheep Detectives this
Oh
weekend,
yeah.
which I loved. 10 out of 10. Everybody go see it. I really left being like, this movie should win Best Picture at the Oscars.
Wow. I
It was
kind of
really good.
can I admit something?
Yes.
So you were talking about it in one of our group chats, and I kind of tuned out of it as soon as you said they can read the sheep's thoughts because I got really sad.
Oh, but I don't know if I said they can read the sheep's thoughts because that's not what happened. But
What
no,
is
but I
it?
know what you mean. The sheep are talking, like they're talking sheep.
Yeah, that makes me
But
sad.
no, so the movie is 100% vegetarian propaganda, like
Yeah,
explicitly.
yeah.
And yeah, I felt really sad eating meat. Like the next day, I was like, let's get falafel for lunch. Like I need to
Yeah.
not eat. But I love meat so much, and we talk about this all the time. I do want to eat less meat. But yeah, like I was Sheep Detectives was the thing that made me feel worse about eating meat since I saw Babe when that was in the theaters. The
Yeah.
original Babe. It was like that.
Yeah.
Um, Sheep Detectives is also not really a kids movie, which I didn't know. Like it's not like not for kids, but it's
Uh-huh.
definitely not a kids movie.
Yeah.
So, you should see it.
I don't know if I can handle it. I don't watch sad movies anymore. I can't I just like cannot do it.
But it's mostly a comedy. It's one of those
Uh-huh.
comedies that has a few scenes that make you bawl, but it was sad. So the sheep like discover what death is.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. That's like a major part of the movie. Is like the sheep learning that death
Fuck.
is a thing. Okay, so previously there was a mise en place race. They went fishing. Jonathan made a taco. Sherry's in the middle. Lauren's had very flavorful fish. Dwin's fish was undercooked, and
But
Dwin got the PPYKAG.
they also showed a lot of points of Dwin winning shit, which
Yes.
really angered me even more.
I know, and I'm sure this episode didn't make you any happier.
Nope.
Okay, so I just say that I really thought this whole season that this was going to be a season where we didn't have a Seeger to root against.
Yeah.
And then it just
He came
I
back.
I didn't think he was a threat at all.
Yeah.
And even when he came back, I'm like, he'll be gone
Right.
next, you know? And now he's a contender. This is not how it was supposed to happen this season.
One good episode does not make him a contender.
But now they're down to the final five.
Yeah,
It's
I know. It's so crazy.
There's
so
like
crazy. And
yeah,
also like anyway, let's get into it.
Okay, let's go. Okay. So Jonathan talks to his wife and kids on FaceTime. He shows off his trophy. And Jonathan says he's there for a purpose. And Spencer noticed that on his table, he's reading a book called You Deserve to Be Rich.
God.
That's totally the kind of self-help stuff that Jonathan would be reading.
Yeah.
So he's reading one of those, like, you know, like Manosphere, imagine yourself being rich self-help books. Okay. They are in a park in Greenville. There are kids and dogs everywhere, says Sherry. And Sherry says she thrives when they cook outside because the other chefs get too hot. And, you know, she's used to the heat. Kristen welcomes them to Unity Park. And they say the journey is about trying. So welcome Keith Habersberger and Rachel Ann Cole from the Try Guys. Okay, what do you think about the Try Guys?
I've never watched a single fucking thing of the Try Guys. Like the whole YouTube renaissance, or not renaissance, but like when creators were like the thing for YouTube,
Yeah.
I was a little like past that in my like pop culture. Like I don't
Totally.
maybe I was a little too old. Like I feel like if you were in college when those people came out, that was like you were their target demo, right?
And I didn't know that they had a woman in the Try Guys.
I had no fucking idea.
I thought it was 3 guys and try was a pun on the try. I knew they try things, but
and I remember when there was that scandal. One of them,
with
like
the wife guy.
Yeah, the wife guy. He wasn't a wife guy.
Yeah.
That was like the whole scandal, right?
Yeah, well, all he talked about on the show is how much he loved his wife, and then he was cheating on her the whole time, it turned out. But also, I thought that these people were very annoying. And I know like that like these YouTube stars are super, super famous, but I don't like you, I don't get it. It's just it's not for me. I had to go down a big rabbit hole on Wikipedia the other day because the other day I was like, okay, I am finally going to discover who Trisha Paytas is.
Oh, she's worth it. She's worth it.
I knew that I liked her from like what I've seen of her on Instagram and stuff.
Right.
But like I was like, I have no idea why she's so famous. And then I mean, and her story is dark as hell. But
yeah, it's a crazy story.
I'm glad that she came out triumphant. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the quick fire, Kristen says they're going to give the people what they want from social media. It's one of these social media challenges. And I gotta say, Chopped does this so much better when they do the social media challenge. When they do the social media baskets on Chopped, they're so good.
They're so crazy.
So they put some polls out to affect the quick fire. It will change. The challenge goes on. For the first part, the fans choose between 3 iconic ingredients of South Carolina: peaches, boiled peanuts, or pawpaw.
I'll eat all of them. Yum, yum,
Sherry loves pawpaw but says the skin will give you diarrhea. So
good to know.
Helpful tip.
Yeah.
And the winner is peaches, which like again is so boring. It's like I love peaches, but it's like people were just gonna go with what was
what they
easy
know
or something. Yeah. Like I feel like if it was on Chopped and they had the same poll, it would definitely be the pawpaw because they always want to choose like something hard. Okay. So they have to shop for the rest of their ingredients, but there will be more curveballs. They have $50 to shop at Swamp Rabbit Cafe and Grocery. It's 2 miles that way down the Swamp Rabbit Trail. But they'll be being driven there in pedicabs. This was a little bit weird to me. It's like you're gonna make them go 2 miles on a trail. I think you should put them on a bike or something.
Yeah.
But Rhoda says she's happy to be a passenger princess. So happy for Rhoda.
Only.
Yes, I know. I've never been in a pedicab in my life.
Me neither.
Because in New York, they're so expensive, you can't do it. So I feel like I'm just scared of them now.
I once waited on this guy who, I'll never forget this. He was a bass player, like a stand-up bass player or cello player, some big giant wood instrument. And he had to go uptown to Lincoln Center. And it was gushing rain, and nobody would stop for him. And finally, a petty cab like actually stopped for him and biked him up with his cello, and I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, I feel like that being a pedicab driver would be hard.
Yeah.
There's this guy who I've always heard about. His name is Frankie Legs, and he's like a
Uh-huh.
famous, he's like a
Oh.
famous pedicab driver. But yeah, I mean, I just think that like you always hear that horror story about like how like if you get in a pedicab, it ends up being like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sherry asked her driver what's good at the market, and he recommends a bread they're famous for.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sherry says her taste is too expensive for $50. They're all looking for groceries, and they find out that a loaf of the bread is free if it's the first time you've been there. And
Mm.
that's got to be hard to keep track of, is knowing who's there for the first
Yeah.
time at that store. Debbie, you'd be a terrible employee there because of your
Oh, I
face
give everybody
blindness.
bread.
Yeah, and you just be like, I've never seen you before.
I mean, both like my politics and
Yes. So when they get back, Kristen says the fans voted on time. They have 15, 20, or 30 minutes, and the fans gave them 30 minutes. It's just ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
The winning dish is going to receive $10K in Quickfire Quick Cash, and lots of people are doing crostini. And then Kristen said there's one more thing to vote on, and they have to either turn their dish into a sandwich, take over the station to their right, or feature a foam element. And I knew they were going to do take over the station to your right, because that's the only one of those that's hard at all, pretty much.
Right.
So they take over the station to their right, and that is the worst one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
And as you know, Sherry totally loses it.
Yeah.
So Kristen tells them to take their knives. They can make whatever they want, but they have to use it on the station. And at that point in a quick fire, like everything is mostly done. Like you pretty much have to make what was already made. There's like it's kind of ridiculous that they did this challenge. It's a short challenge like this. And they can make whatever they want. Sherry is pissed because everyone else is a toast besides hers. Rhoda is very happy with Sherry's station because it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And Seeger is pissed at Lawrence's station. And it's like, Seeger, calm down. You should be thrilled to be able to cook at Lawrence's station.
Yeah, for real. I mean, everybody was saying that his Seeger's like original plan sucked.
Exactly. And the Try guy is yelling to cheer them on. And he's not for me. You know,
No.
It's like, this is not the type of thing that I would watch.
I guess he has a catchphrase about chowing down or something like that. And it's like,
okay. But is that what he says then the Try guys are always trying different foods. So he says he's going to chow down. I wasn't sure if he just like made up that catchphrase for this quick fire.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
DM us. Tell us if that's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
And sorry for offending you if you love the Try guys. I mean, people love them, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so Anthony is changing Rhoda's salad into a crostini. Everyone loves crostinis. So for the judging, Lawrence did crostini with peach and raisin relish, which was Anthony's dish.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony did crostini with arugula, roasted peaches, pickled peaches, and whipped feta, which is Rhoda's dish. Rhoda did peach and burrata tostada with corn relish and chipotle aioli, which was Sherry's dish. Sherry did gochujang marinated peach crostini with burrata basil pesto. That was Jonathan's dish. Jonathan did heirloom tomato with peaches, sardines, and harissa, which was Seeger's dish. And then Seeger is moping, and he did crostini with sunflower seed and peach ayad with whipped feta, which was Lawrence's dish.
He was acting like such a little bitch here. Like,
I know. Everyone had to do the same thing, but it was like, and then there's only one person who kind of should have been pissed, and that was Sherry.
Yeah, and also it's a quick fire.
Yeah. I mean, I do feel bad for Sherry because she hadn't won any money yet, and then Rhoda won her money.
Yeah. But I'm glad to hear that Rhoda is going to share.
Yeah, so the bottom is Jonathan, Anthony, Sherry. The top is Lawrence, which is great textures. Rhoda, which is the well-composed dish. And Seeger, which is a great size, they said about Seeger's. So, yeah, he got on the top with Lawrence's, even though he was so pissed. And the winner was what Nath went to Chowtown on. And Rhoda wins the $10,000.
And she's going to split. Yay.
Yeah, she said she'll give Sherry a vacation.
Yeah.
So... and then Kristen says it's time to hop into the next challenge, which is dark, to be like, oh, I'm hopping like a bunny. And now eat the rabbits. Okay, so the elimination challenge, there's a big bite scene on the trail. And Michelin North America is based in Greenville, which is related to the bike triers. And they have to make a dish featuring rabbit that will be Michelin level.
This was like way too much of like, we're trying to fit something into a challenge, you know?
I know, just make it the rabbit challenge.
Yeah.
And you can say at the end, you can say, like, oh, like since Michelin is in this area, we're gonna do a Michelin style. But having the whole setup be like, did you know that Michelin is about bike tires? We're on a bike. You don't need to do
Yeah.
all that. You can
Yeah.
just say Michelin is also here. You all know about Michelin, so chill out.
Yeah.
So they will have to make a dish featuring rabbit. They will have $400 to shop, but Lawrence gets $500. And Anthony is like, yeah, but how many people will we be cooking for? They thought it was gonna make 100 people since they had so
Hmm.
much money, but it's just the judges in a dining room of 24 people with mystery Michelin diners.
Hmm.
And Sherry is pissed. She wants to come back with vengeance. She
Hmm.
says she'll be out for blood. And at this point, I was like, you can't tell if she's gonna get the winner or loser edit right
Yeah.
now in this part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan is trying to joke around and cheer Sherry up, and Sherry's not having it. She is so pissed.
Oh my God. That's my kind of like reaction. I would totally be so angry if somebody was trying to joke with me.
I know. If someone's trying to cheer you up without your consent, stop it. Me and Spencer have this joke, and I won't tell the actual joke. It's too personal. It's
Uh-huh.
nothing gross or whatever. It's just personal between us. But like, it was a time when like, um, he was so hungry, and we were late for something, and like, it just didn't work out for us to eat. And I like told a joke that was really funny, and then he refused to laugh. And then as soon as he ate, he was like, "Okay, so that was a really funny joke."
John is very much always trying to cheer me up with jokes when I'm angry, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not the time for your joke right now.
Yeah, especially like your
Yeah.
dad jokes. Come the fuck on.
I know.
No, I love you, John.
Lawrence is worried because he doesn't have fine dining experience and he didn't go to culinary school. And Anthony asks if anyone had a pet rabbit, and Lawrence says he had two. And Lawrence was born in the year of the rabbit, and so was Seeger. And this is the kind of thing that made me feel old. Like, I just hate that I'm older than Seeger.
Yeah. Also, this was like a weird thing. Like they had Seeger talking about, um, getting his horoscope read and like all this other stuff, and then like I don't know what this editing thing was all about. It
Yeah.
was
And
just weird.
you're talking about the year of the rabbit, and Lawrence and Seeger are both talking about it, but Seeger gets the interview about it. That's kind
Right.
of weird.
That's weird.
But he said the interview told them it was his time to shine. So that's why they included it, because they're
Mhm.
like, is it Seeger's time to shine?
Hmm.
Sherry wakes up and tries to center herself. They show up to topsoil to cook. Sherry, Lawrence, and Rhoda will be cooking in an outside kitchen. And Seeger is doing a roulade. And he says, if you're not learning, you're dying. Which again is like this total, like, just like annoying Instagram shit or whatever, you know. Tom and Chef Nikki Nakayama come in, and Tom is bitching at everybody, giving everyone their dose of insecurity. Anthony like says a little story about culinary school about not getting an A, and Tom's like, "Well, obviously you didn't deserve an A," and just is totally just like, just doing his Tom shit. He makes Sherry feel bad about her jerk chicken. This was so dumb, where he's like, she's like, "I'm doing braised jerk chicken," and he's like, "But jerk chicken's not braised," and it's like, Tom, do you understand that she's using flavors of jerk chicken?
Right. He was just trying to get into her head, and it's so rude.
I just feel like if like someone was like said like, I mean, I guess Tom's always like an asshole about it, but I feel like that like it's like that kind of that total snobby thing, where it's like jerk chicken, that's not that, and it's like that's if someone told you they're using a spice mix from French cuisine, you wouldn't be like, that's not how you use it. Whatever, maybe he would be. Sherry asks Rhoda if her rabbit is good, and Rhoda says it is. And Sherry is just really going off on Tom and getting really pissed about it. Rhoda is cooking peas and beans, but the beans are not cooking well. And then the judges come in, and Gail is in a blue tube dress, and no one else is in any color. And I get mad because you know how we feel about Gail on this show. And she's the only one who has any interesting fashion this season, I feel
Yeah.
like. I mean, Kristen always looks great, but Kristen also has been doing a lot of neutrals.
Yeah. And it's just, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just annoying. Because I actually really love Gail's clothes usually, and I don't
Hmm.
want to.
Yeah.
But have you listened to the Watch What Crappens recaps of Top Chef?
No.
So on and Watch What Crappens, like there have this like running gag that Padma hates Gail. And like they're always like, they do impressions and every impression they do is being like, for this quick fire, you'll have to make an elegant meal, unlike Gail's wardrobe. Like they just like have them like constantly like that's like it's just like a joke they have is that everything Padma says is a dig at Gail.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw this dress, it's all I could think of,
Yeah.
saw these guys, so they would love to make fun of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brent is there. He's a retired cyclist. For judging, Seeker comes out. Rabbit roulade with rabbit and offal farce, braised endive, hazelnut, and cauliflower puree. And then Sherry is there with her jerk braised rabbit, yuca and plantain mofongo with avocado crema. And they love Sherry's dish. They love the layers of flavor.
Hmm.
And I was nervous about this because I
Hmm.
thought that, it could be the kind of thing where they were going to be total snobby about it,
Hmm.
but they weren't. And yeah.
They love Seegers too, but I thought Seegers sounded boring.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like this is like the kind of thing where Seeger of like, like a stop clock is right twice a day or something
Yeah.
like that.
Like the
Because it's just,
reason it was
yeah.
the consistency that probably brought him over the edge rather than like flavor or innovative
Yeah.
recipes or but yeah.
And you heard the mystery diner saying that like his like was not innovative. It was,
Yeah.
pretty boring.
Yeah. But
For
Kristen for some
Lawrence,
reason was like so into it.
I know. And I mean, I guess it probably tasted good or whatever.
Yeah.
So Lawrence's shumai skin is not sticking. His wrappers are falling off, so he's nervous. And I was
Hmm.
scared about this. I'm
Me too.
if Lawrence goes home, I am going to throw Debbie's computer out the window.
Yes. Whatever happens, electronic is getting thrown somewhere.
So Lawrence does rabbit shumai, and Jonathan has rabbit croquette with butternut squash puree, and also rabbit tenderloin with mushroom and leek saute. And Lawrence's, I say, was not very interesting. The noodles falling off, and Jonathan's was two very different dishes. Both are nice, but they were both too salty.
Hmm.
Then Rhoda had roasted rabbit loin with rabbit sausage pea stew. And Anthony had braised rabbit legs and thighs, carrot ginger puree, rabbit loin, and salsa verde with carrot jus.
Can we talk
And
about this for a sec?
yeah,
I just want to say they see it was very weird to me how perplexed they were of Anthony's carrot choice.
yeah. I thought it was a very cute idea. I
Yeah.
like the idea, the Bugs Bunny, like, rabbit and carrot.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that, like, it sounded like the big problem was, like, everything was too separate. He didn't, like,
Mhm.
make enough sauces for things. But yeah, like, I thought that I was shocked that they hated this as much as they did.
Yeah.
And they say that Rhoda's was rustic and wasn't really as tender enough, but the loin was cooked nicely.
Hmm.
And that Anthony's felt too precious. And Tom says it's a dish for rabbits. And
He's
it's
like, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, I know. And it's like cute. I like
Yeah.
it. And then in the stew room, Sherry says, I loved my dish. So they're at judge's table. Sherry and Seeger stay here. They are the judge's favorite, and one of them had the mystery diner's favorite. And they love Sherry's flavors. And they said Seeger's was well developed. And the winner, based on the mystery diners, was Sherry. So she
Woo!
finally wins. And she wins an advantage going into next week.
Good for her.
Next up is Jonathan and Anthony. They were the least favorites. And I was just glad it was Jonathan and Anthony, not Lawrence and Anthony.
Yeah.
I was nervous it was going to be Lawrence and Anthony on the bottom, and I was going to be really upset.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that Jonathan was going to go home,
Mhm.
but Anthony, I love Anthony, but I also like at this point I was okay with him going. Like
Yeah.
more than I didn't think he was going to win, and it was like okay, like as long as it's not Lawrence or Rhoda at this point, I'm like
Yeah.
okay with it.
Yeah.
So Anthony the rabbit was cooked too soon, too stark of a plate. Jonathan said that for Jonathan, the dish was too salty, the croquette was too big. And Jonathan says my plate was not an hors
What a
d'oeuvre.
dick.
I know. And it's like you don't have to diss Anthony. Like the judges are not going to decide based on your comment who
Yeah.
goes home. But I love how everyone was like, oh,
Yeah.
everyone acted like he just had like the craziest diss ever. And Anthony's egg roll was dry. And Gail says, I coated it with the ginger carrot puree. And Tom says, you had to. Like, it was
Oh
like,
my
that's crazy.
God.
And for Gail, Jonathan's croquette was too big and too salty. And Tom said, both of your dishes felt like a collection of ingredients and not a cohesive dish. And
Hmm.
Anthony gets the PPYKG. Tom says the egg roll was the worst rabbit they had all day. And next time, Asheville, 200 diners. They are cooking in the woods, and there's a snake.
Do you think the snake was planted there?
No, I don't think it was. You think it was planted there?
I don't know. It's
I
Bravo.
don't. I know it's Bravo, but I don't think that they would do that unless
Yeah.
it's. You think it's an homage to Miguel from season one.
I didn't even think about that.
That's one of the most famous Top Chef lines of all time is "You're a snake." So, I mean, I can't. I'm glad they're going to Asheville. That's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Asheville's awesome.
Yes, we all love Asheville. So yeah, they went from South Carolina. Now they're going back to North Carolina, and I
Hmm.
guess they're going to be in the finale soon. So who do you think is going to be the top four? Who's going to go home next week?
I think Jonathan's going home next week.
You think John? So you do think Seeger's going to make it to the top
I
four?
do. The reason why I think Jonathan's gonna when they showed his kids.
Ah, so you think that was like his way out? They're saying like, oh,
Hmm.
he's got to go home to the babies.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep wondering when Rhoda's going to go because I know that she's not happy with how the season went for her. So
Unless
it's
she's
like,
totally just playing with us.
yeah, and also like I remember thinking the same thing about Gabby Windy on Traders because she
Yeah.
was like so weird on social about Traders. She was like not promoting it and like seemed
Hmm.
kind of pissed about it, and then she won. So you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
can't
she's
read too
like
much into it.
doing this to like because it just as a way to like not let it slip.
Or maybe she won and she's bummed that she's getting all this hate on the internet, and she's like nervous about what people are going to say when she wins.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it for Top Chef. I can't wait for the rest of it and,
Yeah.
all the other stuff. Uh, Debbie, anything new for you?
Oh, so we started Chopped Castaways last
Mm.
night.
I did not watch it yet. Was it good?
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
Okay.
It's definitely more like alone than it is. Well, not alone because they do some teamwork stuff in the beginning, but it's definitely more like Survivor than it is Chopped,
Okay. So I mean, I
which
can't.
is
I
fun.
definitely want to watch it, but I gotta wait till we finish Top Chef.
Yeah.
I get when we're recapping something, I get a little bit too wrapped up in it, and it gets a
Yeah.
little emotional for me to watch it.
Oh.
I don't mean in a bad way. I just mean like I guess get a little weird about it or something.
So the
Yeah.
only chef I recognized on the Chopped Castaways, do you remember in the Top Chef where there was I forget, I think her name was like Carrie or something. She grilled a lemon and put it on the plate, and Tom was like, "Oh, don't put on anything on the plate that you don't want me to eat." And then he eats the lemon, and he was like, "Oh, this is great." It
I
was
do
like
not remember that,
it was
but
in Last Chance Kitchen. Um,
okay.
but she was the only one that I recognized. Everybody else seemed kind of weird, but what do I know?
I mean, I'm sure they all are weird, but you
Yeah.
know what? I'm excited to see it, so I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so Debbie, what are you having for dinner tonight?
We got some trout from the farmer's market, and I'm 0 for 2 on recipes that I made this week. At
What were
least,
the ones that didn't turn out well?
so I made yesterday. I made like a gazpacho, like a cucumber gazpacho, and I used bread to thicken it. I used some good sourdough, and it got a little grainy. to be honest. So that's a
Yeah.
little weird.
I mean, I feel like it's hard to do.
Yeah. And it's like the graininess, I can eat through it. John was like, not my favorite. And then the one before that, I made like this. I took a bunch of different kinds of greens that John got for me, and I sauteed them and with onions and lemon juice and chicken stock and stuff, and made like a pasta sauce out of it. Um, and I didn't realize that John just told me today that he doesn't like bitter greens, and so like
Oh,
not as much as I like. Like if there's a little bit on the plate, that's fine, but not like as like the
yeah.
main part of the dish. So, um, egg on my face.
Well, he should have told you that before.
Well, like he was just he would buy it for me because he's just like he wants me to be happy. So he was like,
Yeah.
it was very sweet. But um, yeah.
So, and then tonight you're
Sorry.
doing so then tonight you're doing steelhead trout.
Yeah, I'm doing trout. And I don't know what the side is gonna be, but maybe I'll just have John cook the whole thing because I don't. I'm not feeling very confident right now.
Oh, I mean, I get the same way if I cook something I don't like. I get really mopey if I cook something and I feel like it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that way for sure. So I cooked something kind of good last night, which was a serious eats recipe, and then I'll tell you what I'm making tonight. But it was like a chicken with it was a sheet pan with chicken, asparagus, fennel, and had like a yogurt sauce.
Mhm.
And it was a series recipe I saw, and it's like all spring vegetables.
Mhm.
So it's like you roast the chicken on the sheet pan, and then like after it's like mostly cooked, you add in asparagus, fennel, and it says scallions, but I use ramps because they had
Uh-huh.
ramps in the market.
Ooh, look at you.
And like I don't ever cook with fennel because like I don't really like the taste of raw fennel, but
Uh-huh.
the roasted fennel with the other ingredients was so good.
I love
It
fennel.
was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard for me. The licorice
Yeah.
flavor is a little hard for me,
I get
but
that.
I feel like if you have it in like a good preparation, I like it. But I don't, I
Yeah.
guess, like trust myself to do it. But it was really good.
Ooh.
And I also made like a Parmesan potato. And
Mhm.
then tonight we are doing that the crispy ramen tofu sheet pan.
Oh
So
yeah, that's been I love that recipe. It's really, really good.
we haven't made it
Um,
yet, but Spencer prepped the ingredients and I have to go cook it as soon as we get off here. So
yeah, it's nice because you can kind of throw in whatever. Because like it's like whatever vegetables you have on hand and whatever. Um, my recommendation is you look up the Smitten Kitchen one and not the New York Times
oh, it's
one.
better?
I mean, it's the same. It's the exact same recipe because it's the same author. But
Okay.
I just
Well, I have this app that like downloads paid wall content, so I
mhm,
don't pay for the New York Times cooking anyway. So
great.
I just steal the paid content.
Yes,
Sorry, everybody. I support authors and recipe
maybe we should cut
writers.
that part.
No, I think we can leave it or whatever. We'll talk about it. Okay, well, so everyone, please rate, review, subscribe, send us money on Buy Me a Coffee,
Hmm.
send us hate mail, let us know what you think about different things. And yeah, really leave us a rating or review. We love you very much. And I think after that, it is time for us to go
Go for the
for the
protein.
protein.
Good
Goodbye.
Moms of Flavor Town, Moms of Flavor Town, go for the protein and PYKAG. Ooh, yeah. Moms of Flavor Town, unicorn.